just wanted to give a shout out to my chapter of the 100 Black Men of America, the Metropolitan of Houston chapter, for being named as honorees for the 2002 Diversity in Business Awards for the Outstanding Diversity Helping Hand category. Man, we've been putting in work for a long time, and it's an honor just for us to be nominated. I keep y'all posted on if we win. Yeah, thanks for y'all support, man. As always, MVP, baby.
MVP.
That's the podcast, baby.
You heard. Back again for another week to give you the podcast that only we can give you. Shout out to my fellas that joined me this week. I got the boy Cody, a.k.a. Coco Vale, a.k.a. Vale Senior. What's good with you, bro?
What you talking about, man?
Nothing much, man. We got boy Book. What's happening? Morris
What's goody?
a.k.a. Will Chestnut. Man, you got to, that shit's confusing.
Yeah, no, it's perfect, but I'm going to take Morris. I'm going to get rid of the Smith and the Will, and we just going to go with the light-skinned Morris Chestnut.
Don't do that, man. Nah, keep Will in there, man. Don't do that.
Nah, man. This
We're
nigga don't started a whole movement of shit, man. I don't know how I feel right now. Whole movement of shit, bro.
Trust me, we about to touch on that for sure.
I know that's right.
About to touch on that.
Y'all can't tell me I don't look like y'all can't tell me I ain't the light-skinned Morris Chestnut up in this bitch. Yeah.
Nah, we can tell you just ain't trying to hear it. You ain't trying to hear it, that's all.
Nigga, I ain't worried about you. The racist woman told me I look like him. Yeah, I shared that with y'all. Booker. Yeah, what the hell?
What's going on? Are you coming? It's Cinco de Mayo, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Margarita. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, now. Where's mine at? Oh, that's so rude. Can't even get
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
We couldn't get even a cheers, man. Like a salute, man.
Nah, man. Like, I'd already drunk one now. You know what I'm saying? We just keep on going. You salute one after the first drink. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it on the second. Yeah. But shout out, man. Shout out. This another week, man. How y'all boys been doing? How y'all been living?
Day by day, my man.
There we go.
Well, we can do, bro. All we can do, man.
Right.
But I think you need to tell the people about what just happened, man.
Huh?
No, you need to tell the people about what just happened, man.
Nah, don't say their name, though, man. Don't defame them like that, bro. Because it was like you said, you've been using them for years and you never had no bad experience, and this just could have been, just that one off. So you can say the situation, but don't put the company out there like that, because they might be a sponsor later on. You know what I'm talking about?
Book, you on mute, boy.
No, I wasn't connected. I was on Wi-Fi, and then I had this big old box pop up that said you have been disconnected from the internet or you've lost connectivity. I
thought y'all couldn't hear me.
Oh no, we heard you.
No, you was good. Luckily, you actually started talking, so it didn't look as bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of dead space. You know what I'm saying? But now, okay, I won't use their name. But
you scared, them niggas?
All right, well, Cody made a good point.
Come on, man.
What if
I'll leave alone.
What if we get some sponsorship one day? You know what I'm talking about? Yo, my mother is funny. She telling me to do something that I already did. But pertaining all to this, okay? Man, let me write back. Let me not be rude.
Book got a customer complaint. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, man.
Hey, Book is he quick.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So first and foremost, let's just say, because this is gonna come out on Sunday, which is Mother's Day. So let's just say Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out
Mother's
there.
Day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirs. Yes, sirs. And yes, ma'ams. Yes, ma'ams. Yes, ma'ams. Okay. Because without you, I would not be here. You know what I mean? Any woman. Without you, none of us males would be here. This is not what's that? Sweet Tooth? This ain't Sweet Tooth. They're not crafting us in the lab like that. All right. So you know what I'm saying? Like we need y'all to do your thing for us to be anything. All right. So thank you to all of you. Now, that's out the way. I set my mother up a delivery. All right. Yeah, give me this. Give me this. I need all of this. So, and people, I'll get into what this looks like too, because you see this tube. It's not inserted in my arm. It's something else.
I'm thank God, because I was about to pass out. If I saw juice flowing, I was gonna pass out.
For whatever reason, they just taped it. You know what I'm saying? So, it was actually, it's really like a harness thing that I had. But like I said, I'll get into that. I don't want to mix two stories into one. Yeah. So anyway, so I've ordered numerous times in my life from this establishment. Okay. And I set my mother's delivery up for today because I didn't want to pay the additional for a Saturday delivery. Okay. Because that's just too damn much. She can get it on Thursday or Friday. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? So weekend delivery out. No, it was already expenses enough. You know what I mean? So I ordered my mother some flowers. Ordered some chocolate covered strawberries. I got both of these items from Pro Flowers. Okay.
Come on, bro.
No. They should have did. No, Cody, because if they did it right, I'd have bigged them up again. I would have gave them the positive. So you got to get the negative. Okay. Hey, that's just what it is. I can't just glorify you all the time. You fuck up, man. I got to call you on your bullshit. All right. And this will help everybody else who orders from them, move correctly. All right. Maybe they got something in the works. They can call them up now. Hey, man, don't y'all give me the Dwayne Booker. Don't y'all do that. Don't y'all do that, because this was unacceptable. All right.
You gonna get served. You gonna get served. You gonna get served for defamation, bro.
Hey, it ain't defamation when it happened.
It ain't defamation. I got the pictures. I got the pictures. Nigga, I'm gonna pull up the pictures while I'm talking to y'all about what they did. All right. So
Cody aka Bell Senior.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send them to you, and you can put them in there. That'd be a whole lot better. That'd be a whole lot better. If we got space in there, but the people, like, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm gonna just show y'all this one. Fuck it. Hopefully y'all can see that. That's how that's how my mom's strawberries came. Turned up just like that. Flipped over.
Look good at
uncovered. Nah, the design was there. But they not even, bro. That ain't having.
Don't even look like they are full strawberries. Some of them look little.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know what they was doing. The dry ice pack on out. Wasn't even packed right. Don't talk about strawberries melting, probably sour now because they wasn't on chill. You see what I'm saying? The flowers. Look at the flowers. Look at here, man. Y'all are called Pro Flowers. Ain't nothing professional about this. This is how the goddamn flowers came. All right, you see the petals all broken off and shit. Like, what kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm not. No, I paid a lot of money, brother. I don't appreciate this at all. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if we was just talking about some old breezy, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is my mother, man. This for my mother. Lord knows it's been a year. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot, especially lately. Like, come on, man. The least y'all could have did was just had a telepathic connection to me and just know how important this was supposed to be. Okay, to make sure that my mother smiles. All right. So they fucked up, man. So Pro Flowers, y'all let me down. Like I said, I've ordered numerous times from these motherfuckers, and these motherfuckers will no longer get my money. Now, I also have, I have a delivery set for Saturday. I've already tried to cancel it and just said, don't worry about it. Just give me my money now. You know what I'm saying? They said it's too late. It's in the works. So I was like, okay, so y'all rather I call back and fuss with you? Cool, no problem. Be prepared. It's that simple. So that's just what it is, man. But I'm disgusted with how they handled themselves. First of all, it got there late as hell. It just got there like at 6 p.m. Like, y'all was out for delivery 8 o'clock. Like, if you have produce in your truck, that should be the first thing to go out. You know what I mean? You don't ride around with that shit all damn day.
Unless it got a cold pack.
Maybe if you packed it correctly, yeah. But they didn't do that, France. They didn't do that. We'd be none the wiser. So, it was tacky, man, tasteless, unprofessional at the same time. I don't know, like, I didn't order it last minute for y'all to have to rush it. You know what I mean? Like, it was ordered in advance, and it really should have been received a lot differently. Not just the thought that counts. You know what I mean? The moment needs to matter as well. And I'm hoping that, when they ship out my second part, hopefully they see that I got 2 deliveries, or I had 2 deliveries set. They got their act together. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see, man. That's that though. So yeah, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers still. Um, and I pray that your deliveries look a lot better than mine. All right. Now, what I was gonna say is, yeah, you got it, Velly. So what I was gonna say, if everybody is seeing like this tape on me and this little cord and all this other stuff, right? As you know, Book got blood pressure issues. Well, you don't know, but sometimes I get a little excited and a little riled up. All right. Now, I have a family practitioner back in the States. Okay. But he a family doctor. He not a specialist. This nigga just be giving me shit. I'm none the wiser. I don't know if it's gonna work for my situation or if it's not. But it's doctor prescribed. You know what I'm saying? He the one with the degree. So I've been out here, and every year we got to take like these medicals, right? An annual checkup to be fit for duty, as they say. I've seen cardiologists that give me my final review of everything that I had to do, and they be like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Yeah, why are you on this?" He was like, "That's a beta blocker." I'm like, "I don't know. I've always been on it. That's what my doctor gave me." He was like, "That's interesting." He was like, have you tried this, and this? I said, "Nope, it's been this since it's been that." You know what I mean? For several years now, I've only taken this medication. He's like, "Yeah, that's interesting." He's like, "Usually you get this if none of those work." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Well, I'm not going to intervene. It seems to be working for you. So we'll just go with it." I'm cool. No problem. They discontinued that medication. Now I'm on something else that they gave me. Okay. Same thing though. It's a beta blocker. So while I was home, people, I called because I'm gone all the damn time. I called to get my prescription refilled, right? Called Walgreens, say, "Hey, refill my prescription. I need it for 6 months." They say it was denied and declined by my doctor. Okay. Called the doctor's office. They said, "Yeah, we need you to come in and run tests and do a checkup or follow-up or whatever." I said, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen." And I was like, "I just need my prescription." And they was like, "Well, yeah, you're supposed to come every year." I'm like, "I'm not even there every year." I was like, this is my first time home in the last 2 years. That lets you know, like, I can't just be moving like that to meet your standards of you wanting to say, "Hey, how you doing?" Okay, I'm gonna give you the same thing, but you want to charge me $100 just to see you or whatever it's gonna cost. You're gonna charge me insurance just because I walked through the door. All right, y'all not slick. And I don't have no problem with them. This is the thing. It's Dr. Malave. I don't give a fuck. We on that
Yeah,
shit.
you just naming everybody, huh?
I don't give a fuck, man. Now look here. When I went in there, he's good. It's his team that is ass. All right. I already knew like when I walked in there because I was like pressed for time and he was like the closest. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. But in honor of Cinco de Mayo, for anybody who want to go there, I'm not saying he's not a good doctor and he doesn't understand. It is a Latino community doctor. Okay. So I felt out of place already. Like I didn't see no other nationality walk in that door, black or white or nothing. So that neither here nor there, but that's just what I experienced. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can I expect you to understand the troubles of a black man when you ain't never seen nobody else? You know what I'm saying? Like this not your demographic, but it's okay. All right, so so I told the lady, I was like, "Well, I'm not coming. You can go ahead and just cancel my file, my subscription, whatever. You can get
Cancel your
rid of it.
subscription.
I'm never coming. I'm not coming back to y'all ever again." Okay. I was like, because I'm like, for something that I need, you gonna tell me no, come see you first. I'm not coming to see you. So
But look,
I was
say
like,
you got better and you don't need that medicine no more. He can't just keep on prescribing you some
fuck
shit
them,
that you don't
fuck
need.
them. Nah. I ain't going back, man. I ain't going back. Plus, I get it for free over here. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm there, I'm paying for it. I'm like, everything I'm about to get done. This thing cost me. None of this cost me anything. What I'm gonna do over what I got. What I got there didn't cost me nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, don't cost me nothing. The prescription, all this treatment, the labs, none of this free. Okay, but why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna load up in bulk when it's time to go. I'm gonna load up in bulk. I'm gonna have a 5-year supply. You know what I'm talking about?
You can't bring all that shit back over here, man.
Who said I can't? I'll put it in the mail. What you
You're
talking
gonna be
about?
writing customs.
I'm not putting it on my persons. Oh, hold on. My thing just beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to read. So anyway, what
Getting
this
too hype.
is, you know what, man? It's probably gonna be high as hell right now too. Profile's gonna fuck me up. So, pardon me. So what it is it's my blood pressure monitor. Okay, it's a 24-hour device that they strap to my body. However, it is no longer strapped to my upper torso as it's supposed to be. So now it is a waistband, elastic. All right, it was like a shoulder strap, but I'm like 18 hours in, people. Dysfunction is bound to happen. You know what I mean? So, hold on, because it's doing this thing. I was gonna show y'all what it looks like now. Like this black thing is actually a knee sleeve, okay? Because now it's loose and it was cutting off my circulation, but I gotta hold it in place. Okay, a little ingenuity. I gotta make sure that I am as good as possible and as accurate as possible for this readout. Okay, so I did all of this yesterday. You know, they gave me the EKG. They did all of that, you know, put the little gel on my heart so I could hear, you know, my heartbeat. I don't know, man. Like, I know people be like, man, to hear your heartbeat, that's beautiful. I guess if you got kids, like to hear the heartbeat, I ain't want to hear that thing. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
shit freaked me out, man.
I'm glad I'm alive, no doubt about it. But just hearing it, like, brother, I'm not supposed to hear that. I'm cool with feeling it. I ain't want to hear it. You know what I'm talking about? But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So, you know, like I said, in about 6 hours, that'll be my last reading, and they'll be able to take it off. So what it is I got like this little pack right here. It's almost done. Oh, got an error. Okay, that ain't gonna work. So anyway, I can show you this while it's doing the thing. So, so that's how it is. It's literally just your regular blood pressure, you know, strap type joint, and yeah. So I'm glad that they actually read that wrong, because maybe I'll calm down a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll get a fairer reading, more accurate. And I'm sure that they're gonna ask me, you know, what happened, when it happened, and yeah, you was slightly elevated at this time of day or whatever the case is. And I try to stick to my normal routine for it, you know, play the game, you know. So it was high when I was online, cussing out my teammates. So I'm already prepared. I'm already prepared. But you know, and needless to say, like I said, I'll get my prescription and I'll be on my way, and that'll take care of that. And that's one less thing that I got to worry about. You know what I mean? Because I am trying to do better with my health all around, making sure I'm on top of stuff. Hell, man, y'all remember the white around my mouth? Pause. No funny.
Yeah, you gotta pause that
From
one.
when I went to the doctor and they had me drinking that stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so I went to the doctors again while I was doing this appointment, and all I wanted was a diagnosis, man. That's all I wanted. I just wanted them to tell me something probable. Okay, this guy told me 3 things it could be, and that's all I wanted. So now I'm doing like these little nasal I want to say inhalations, but that ain't a word. I'm doing these nasal inhales with this little thing, little pump joint. And, you know, one of my glands, he said, is bigger and it's causing pressure. Or it could be like, there's like these things on the back of your tonsils, like little flaps on the side as well. That could be what's causing me to clear my throat a lot as well. So we're going to see how that goes. If these nasal sprays actually, if the nasal spray actually resolves the issue, or I'm gonna need to go under the knife and do a minor, you know, snip. So we'll see though. So let's hope for the nasal sprays. Team spray.
Damn, this nigga is one. This nigga be in the doctor all the time. God damn, you stay under the knife.
You know what? I was gonna go in there and see my knee doctor, but I was like, I ain't just gonna pop up on him. I ain't gonna pop up on him.
Yeah, leave that nigga
He know
alone.
I got money for him. Well, he know the insurance got money for him. I ain't got nothing for him. I just get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, leave that nigga alone, man. I know he like, God damn, again, nigga? Shoot. Man,
Yeah,
man.
Let's go into something that you alluded to earlier. Matter of fact, Cody, you got anything for us before we go?
Nah.
He said,
No.
I want to give you that chance. Just make sure, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm good, brother.
Yo, man, something Book alluded to earlier, man. Dave Chappelle. I don't know if y'all saw this. I'm not gonna play that video because I'm not gonna get copyrighted for that shit.
All right.
Somebody rushed Dave Chappelle on stage, and then he proceeded to get his whole arm rearranged from the sockets and his ass beat. I want to see the job. Y'all see that? Y'all see that footage?
Yeah, it didn't look that bad until I saw him when he was on that gurney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that arm turned the other way. I was like, yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody's arm look like that before, boy.
And that's the one that had handcuffed too.
Yep. Woo.
Damn shame.
It looked bad, boy. I would hope that would deter people from running up on these comedians like that, because now that they ready now. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they ready. They gonna have security right there for you.
I was just looking at how long they had him in that corner, hemmed up, and it's like, God damn, he got a proper ass whipping, boy.
Yes, he did.
Then he said he had a fake gun and a knife on him.
Yeah, it was a replica gun that you could eject a knife out. Yep.
He should have got his ass beat. He lucky he ain't get killed doing that, coming up there with that bullshit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, my damn self, brother. I'm happy Dave. First of all, that was a terrible tackle. I could tell that nigga never played sports. All right. So he couldn't tackle. I mean, Dave fell just because he older. You know what I mean? Let's be real. It wasn't the strength or the impact of the tackle. All right. And I appreciate how quick and swift the bodyguards and security was to tend to that and give out that proper ass whooping. You know what I'm talking about? No stone was unturned in that ass whooping. You know what I'm talking about? They put it on the feet. They put the feet, the hands, and the paws on that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure if they found a trash can, they picked it up and slammed it on the nigga. I don't know. I even heard Django was back there. I heard Django was in there. Yeah.
You saw people stand in line to get hits on that dude, man. It was like,
come on, man. Dave Chappelle, come on, man. It's like, he funny though. I ain't gonna say what he said after that, the joke, but he said it was somebody.
No, that was Chris Rock that ran up there and said that.
No.
That was Chris Rock.
The Community.
Oh no! I
it was a community joke. It was a community joke.
Okay,
yeah,
I ain't see that. I'm talking about.
I don't know if he was saying that from a previous, the last stand up that he had.
Yeah.
When he was talking about, he was like, I'm sorry to laugh, but it was funny, y'all.
I saw Chris Rock come up there and he took the mic real quick. He said, "Was that Will Smith?" He said. Then they had Jamie Foxx go on stage. He was talking about protect Dave Chappelle at all costs and stuff like that. I was like, man, y'all, that shit was hilarious, man. It's funny when you're a comedian, you can just make anything funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that dude arm fucking me up, man, because I'm still thinking about that shit. Got my whole arm fucked up. I ain't never seen
this was in
like
the
that.
front, and his back, it was like this, but his arm was up here, and like I said, "Woo, yeah, man, you got it properly. You got the proper alignment right there, boy. You fuck with the right one, man. You fuck with the right one that day.
That was ridiculous. Shout out to him. I'm different than you though. I don't big up his security guards. Actually,
not the one that fell. Not the one that fell. Not the one that slid and fell.
He shouldn't even got to touch Dave. His security should have been on point. That he shouldn't. Usually, it's people and them shows. There's security right there in between the barrier of the people and Dave. Too. So how the hell did he was he able to even get on stage? Especially where the person's at, they usually try to position themselves to be in front of him. If he had a knife, like they said, he could have went and stabbed him. That could have been a stab. Like it could have turned out a totally different way. I didn't like how his security guards. Somebody should have been closer than that today. Ain't no reason.
Yeah.
That dude at that kind of show should have been able to touch Dave. I shouldn't think I could go up there to a Dave Chappelle show or anybody's show and think I'm gonna get on stage and actually touch the people. We've seen people at rap concerts that's lesser rap artists, and they can't even touch the man that go on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
They might get on stage, but them niggas take two
You're
steps.
not about to touch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might
So,
take 2 steps before they yoke you back. I like how that looked right there. I looked like I was in 3D. I like the hand came out of
yeah, I don't respect them, man. If I was Dave, we was gonna have a long talk. Why? Ain't no reason I should have got speared up here on stage, but Dave took it like OG. Dave twisted on him. Dave was on top of him. So Dave got the muscles. They ain't for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You could see though that Dave wanted to get him some licks in though, but then he was like, you know what? I'm the entertainer.
Yeah,
I ain't got no business. If I hit him, then he can't sue me. So he was smart. He made a great business decision to kind of yield and just go back to doing what he was supposed to. And he said it. He was back there getting his ass whooped. Yeah, whoop that nigga ass.
Whoop that.
I ain't mad at him, man.
Whoop that trick. Shout out.
That's crazy though, man. That damn Will, you don't got niggas just doing dumb shit, man. Like
that ain't got nothing to do with Will right there.
That dude, bro.
That ain't got nothing to do with Will.
Man, comedians been getting stole on since the beginning of the comedy.
Man,
you don't remember when they went up on stage on DC Young Fly and DC Young Fly had to handle their business?
Yeah, but DC ain't Dave though. You know what I'm talking about? We talking about top tier. Like I've never seen like top tiers like ever. Now maybe back when they was on their way up, I don't know.
The venue because Dave Chappelle was in a stadium. DC Young Fly was in just like a regular club. So I understand somebody getting you talking to you then, but for you to be in a stadium like that, ain't no way in the world they should have been able to touch Dave Chappelle.
Very true.
So, do you got anything on this one, man? How you feel about this, bro?
Anybody got what he deserved, but I did see that they went LA Police Department or whatever. They weren't pressing charges on him. He was cleared.
They wasn't?
Nah.
They might have felt bad for him.
they cleared him of maybe it was I think it was of a felony charge. Maybe it was of the felony with the fake gun thing.
Lowered it.
It might have been just that. That's all I've heard so far. I've seen a lot of people post that. But I think that's I don't know, man. He might have got what he deserved, man. He gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life.
Yeah. You run up there with a knife, that's attempted murder. I don't understand how they dropped them charges.
See, did he have
maybe because he didn't have it in hand? Like if he had it like stowed away, then technically, you know what I mean? Now, they could argue intent or what you probably was wanting to do, but the fact now if he had it in his hand, then you could say that. You see what I'm saying? But since it was in his bag, or I don't think, you know what I mean?
Man, y'all remember,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, y'all remember when Ray J had his show on TV and Princess Love went to go tackle him?
And he pushed her in the pool.
She fell in the pool. He can't tackle a running back.
Hey, that pool.
Way.
Hey, that was a smooth way.
Boy, he moved out the way so quick. Right in the pool. Yeah. I felt the same way with Dave. Dave didn't fall. You know what I'm saying? He did the Barry Sanders, one hand on the ground and got right back up. He was ready to stick him. And I saw that hesitation. He was like,
I want to, but I ain't down to.
Yep. He's like, yo, roll his ass to the back and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep the party rolling. So shout out to Dave. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you don't have any. I didn't hear about anything bad coming from it as far as Dave. But somebody need to do something to this dude. Either he got a mental problem. Matter of fact, I know he got a mental problem. He's something wrong with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he need to have mental health. He need to get that. He got it. He might have got correction right there. That might sometimes mental health. All you need is good ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So he might be good. I don't know.
Better know.
He ain't gonna try that shit again.
He should.
Next thing, I got a video for y'all. You want to see it? Here you go. I want to get your thoughts on it.
What's going on, y'all? You know, hey, you see the unit in the kitchen. I got my wives working together right here. I got my wife Ruth right here helping the children. Say hey. I got Zion. Say what's up, Zion.
What's up?
I got my wife Sarah. Say hey, Sarah.
Hey there.
Hey, what Bathsheba? My wife Bathsheba.
Hello.
What about Susanna? Hey, say hey. Hello. And here go my newly wife right there. Hey, Don. Don, say hello.
Hello.
There go my wife Don right there. Hey, there go my big girl Grace. Say hey, Grace. We getting it ready for the children. We about to feed the children. Say what's up, Isaac. That's my boy Isaac. That's Obis. Say hey. There go Samson. Say what's up. Look at Samson. There go my girl Rachel. Say hey. There go my girl Becca. Say hey, Becca. That's my baby. There go my big girl. She been out there playing, so she's sweating. That's Miriam. Then we even got my baby girl Leah right there. Say hey, baby girl. So look, just showing you, we can work in unity. These women ain't in no competition, man. We building a legacy, man. All praise to the Most High.
Just curious. What's your initial thoughts?
Zara better than all of them. I peeped that one when she turned. I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. Woo. Zara got about 3 of those kids, huh? I know you're right, boy. You better let off in that club. She bad though. She got the yams on her. Yeah. That's all them joints was. She was all right. Oh man. Shit. Take it away, Cody.
Hey man, if you got it like that, you got it like that. I mean, if you can handle that many women, and you trying to build up your own tribe, like old Nick Cannon, if you can pull old Nick Cannon, then pull old Nick Cannon, man. I ain't gonna talk bad about nobody that's doing that. That's them. Now for me, I think it'll be difficult because it's hard enough to learn one woman. He got what, like was it 8, 10?
7.
7?
I thought it was 7 kids.
I thought it said, I don't know how many wives. I thought he had 7. I thought it said 7 wives.
I'll look it up while y'all talking.
Man, that's a lot, boy. Boy, you can't be mixing their names up or nothing, boy. You gotta remember birthdays, anniversaries. You gotta remember all that, unless they got married on the same day. All of them, that'll make it a little easier.
But you're right, 7 wives and 7 kids.
Yeah, man, that's a lot to deal with, man. But some people can handle it, I guess. I don't know anybody that's gone over like 2 or 3, and that's extreme. Not necessarily wives, but the whole poly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's alive and happening. But I don't know how they do it. But then with 7, boy, you can't have no regular house with 7 wives and 7 kids. Boy, you got to be in a mansion, boy. And imagine what that grocery bill looked like per month, because you got to hold it down, and then they gonna want to go shopping. Not to mention health insurance. Boy,
well, it looked like they was wearing homemade clothes. I mean, I don't know. That was like it was like what's the African stuff called?
Maybe the duty wife makes all the clothes.
What's the African garb called, man? Why am I kente cloth?
It's made out of kente cloth, ain't it?
It looked like they was wearing like all like African garb and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that stuff is handmade. So
yeah. But that's still a lot of material though, boy. You got 14 people. 14 people right there, boy. And all them kids keep growing, so you got to keep on buying more material. You got to buy it in bulk. Yeah. One garment at a time. You got one dress. You got to keep that one dress till you grow up the next size. Pass it on down to your sister. That's the type of shit they got to do.
Man, boy.
They like it. I love it, man. I don't think I could do it, boy. I don't think I can do it, bro. That's 15. That's a 15 people family. I can't.
Man.
Boy, I can't deal with one wife. Boy, I can't imagine 6 more.
Man.
That shit make my hair hurt, bro. Like, at first you like, oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got options. You know what I'm saying? He get one differently every day of the week, right? He got a Monday. You can call her Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Monday. When it's Monday, it's her. You know what I'm saying? You got a Friday. Like, you got all that. But when you think past that, ooh, I don't see the headaches, boy. You know how much that man spend on Advil, boy? I know it's rough in there, boy. I know it's rough. Boy, it's rough, man. That's all I got to say on that, man. It's just rough.
I need some Advil right now. Shit. Hurt from the motherfucker, boy.
You done looked at it too long, boy. You started thinking about it. He started saying, well, if I do it, no, get out of there, boy. Get out of there, man. Boy, get out of there.
It might be my blood pressure rising.
It might be.
Because I'm thinking of the stress in that house. Like, damn, boy. Ain't no way. Man, you know what, man, back in my field days, all right, 3 was the maximum for me. Like, I could maneuver between 3, and none of them know about one another, though. You know what I'm talking about? if any of them found out about one another, I'd have had none of the other. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
You like that? None of other. Yeah, yeah, like that. Well, that's fly right there. So, man, that's man. If you like it, to each his own, man. Like that just ain't my cup of that ain't my cup of tea. You know what I'm talking about? I'm as you get older, I don't know how old this gentleman is. If you in your 20s, this might be cool. But the daughter that was tall, she look a little older than. So she looking like she about 14. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say he's in his 20s, but I mean, depending on when he started. But I couldn't do it. That's just too many for me. I think if I was in that type of situation, maybe two. Two is the maximum. You know what I'm talking about? Two is the maximum. I couldn't fathom. And even just saying two, I can't do two. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm really good with just the one. I'm a one woman man. That's all I can be. You know what I'm talking about? Hell, I don't know if back in my field days I was doing shit the right way. You know what I'm talking about? I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's no tell-all book. There's no telltale book of how you're supposed to move when, courting multiple women at a time. You know what I'm talking about? That's a lot.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You weren't doing it the right way because they didn't know about each other. The right way would be for them to know about each other.
Man, look, I wasn't pimping. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Those terms are synonymous with I'm poly, I'm pimping.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like this, Cody. I ain't gonna lie, man. They probably knew about each other and just didn't care because I was out there handling my business. You know what I'm talking about? When you doing what you're supposed to.
Okay.
You can have you a tribe, you heard me?
Oh, excuse me. Ooh, shit. Take care of business every day. Yeah, man. So they might not have cared done. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know exactly who you are. You ain't got to be naive. It's all good. It's years ago, like years ago. You know what I'm talking about? Like we had a good time, everybody. We had a good time. So, shit. Most of y'all work together. That's how I was doing it. I know. You know what? That's how I know, Cody. That's how I know. They all worked in the same establishment with me. All worked at the same establishment with me. When I came in, I'm not even gonna tell y'all the establishment, but when I came in, my dog was like, "Hey man, I got one back there you might like." Like he was the pimp. Setting it up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I want to know. He's like, "Hey D, hey man, we got one." I'm like, "One what?" He's like, "You know what I'm talking about?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." I went back there. I was like, Yeah. She gonna get it. She gonna get it. Guess what? She got it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I know. And they was all the cashiers. I had cashiers on lock. All cashiers. Cashier game was strong, bro. Like
I tell you what cashier you didn't have on lock. The one at the PX to lock that ass up. You ain't have on lock. That's when you slipped on that one.
Why you bring that up?
Yeah, he brought that up out of nowhere, man. I don't even like to think about that, man.
You slipped on that one, boy. You ain't had that one tightened up enough, boy. Because he went to singing like an old canary bird.
Nah, you know what, Vel? It was our very light-skinned brother. That was his thing. I ain't gonna say his name, but he cut hair now. That was his connect.
Oh,
that was his connect. So
okay, I know you're talking about.
He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm talking about? And I never said anything. Now that you done brought it up, boy, we're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a conversation, man. Like you almost derailed my life. You know what I'm talking about?
I wasn't even 18, bro.
And military after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I did.
You know what I'm saying? France had to join the services. Like,
bro,
get out of here, man. Like,
hey, let me tell you,
I had to go all the way overseas and shit, so they couldn't find me no more.
Bro, my stuff was so bad with that. I had that fake military ID. Said I was 18. I was 16 maybe, and my dad was over there in Iraq, so they called straight over there to his commander while he ducking bullets. Man, man. But
we told that story in here before, right?
Probably so.
Yeah. On the first one, our first live taping in Houston, we disclosed that because we was talking about how AD left us stranded, left us hanging. Luke Cage.
People that's new. Cody, give them a Give them a rundown for the people that ain't listened to the first episode that we ever posted, because I'm pretty sure they ain't listened to it, especially people on YouTube. Give them a rundown what happened that day, man.
All right. All I can remember is us being told that if we went to the PX, we actually would be able to get some shoes dirt cheap, because I guess the later on the cashier would ring up a whole nother price. And so we was up there. I think I had a pair of Air Maxes, and I don't know if it was some Jordans. It might have been some Jordans, some Air Maxes, and it came up to like $20 because we were putting all ours together. Because I think the total was like $60 or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I had them 2 pair, and we going through the everybody else had. I think both of y'all had like 2 pair or whatever, but it came up to like $60-something bucks when in reality it should have been about 500. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 6, because we had them. They was expensive, right? And so we went through there. She charged us up. We paid the little $60. We divvied it up. You know what I'm saying? We walking out, headed to the parking lot. I think it was Franz. He was like, "Hey man,
no, it was Book.
It was Book that did that."
Yeah, Book said when the phone rung when we was walking out. Yeah, he said, "Hold up, the phone ain't supposed to ring while walking out." I said, "Nigga, come on."
He said, "Something ain't right. Something ain't right."
I'm alert. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm alert.
No, that wasn't no alert. We could have hopped in the pimp court and been gone, bro. We could have been gone. We could have up out of there, boy. But hey, some dude came jogging out there. Hey. And we turned around and said, "Y'all come with me." Shit. We went back they took us all the way in the back, and they started asking us questions.
"Can I see y'all's receipt?"
Huh?
He said, "Can we see?" He said, "Can I see y'all's receipt?" That's what he asked.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, no, that ain't right."
Then he took us to the back, and he started asking questions, and that's when he found out I wasn't 18, because he was like, "Oh, y'all over 18?" I was like, because we had to give him ID, and mine said I was 19, and I was 16, and he was like, "How'd you get this fake ID?" And I had got it from a homegirl at school. She was just like ironing it on the back with the military ID, and it was what it was. But boy, the funny part is whenever they arrested us, Franz had worked in that PX because he worked at the bank that was right there in the same area. They put a towel over your head or something when they walked out in cuffs. It was a shirt or a towel
on my head, man. I just came from church. I had my church clothes on, man. Boy, I was so embarrassed.
Hey, no, and then since I was underage, they didn't cuff me, but I had to walk out with them, and I got to sit in the front seat. They had to get in the back seat, and so we go to the little holding spot. They lock us in there, and boy, I never forget this. Boy, I never forget this. It was some dude in another cell going crazy. They should have said nothing to me. They know I'm crazy. I do what I gotta do. I do it, talking big boy stuff. And you heard the guard say, "Yeah, sir, but you just can't beat on your wife like that." I said, man, this dude's crazy, boy. He got quiet then, boy. He was talking big boy shit, boy. Golly. And boy, I think my mama came to get me. And then while I was gone, I think y'all called Adrian, and Adrian was didn't think he was serious, and he laughing and all that.
Bruh hung up on me. Dwayne was still in there. He said, "Whatever, I'm talking to my grandma," and clicked on me. I said, "What? Nigga, you got to be kidding me." So I tried to call him back. He ain't pick up the phone. Next thing you know, the police officer took me back to my car. He drove us to my car when Dwayne got out.
Yeah. An hour and a half later.
Yeah. They had Dwayne in there like he was
I'm the mastermind or something. Like I'm the one that put it all together. Like,
hey, she snitched on you. The girl snitched on you.
Hey, dog, I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. They was like, "Yeah, do you want counsel?" I was like, "For what? I didn't do nothing." Like, bro, I'm smart. I'm smarter than that, man. Like, this before 48 hours and all that came on. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm smart enough to know, nigga, I ain't talking to you. I don't talk to no pigs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, this military
talking to the laws, nigga.
Oh man.
Like, what I look like? I'm gonna incriminate myself, nigga? Hell no, brother. I didn't do nothing. I don't even know the broad, which is true. We didn't know her.
I didn't know her name.
I didn't say. And I told him straight up. I was like, "Look, man, we paid. That's all I know. It's not like we did not pay anything. We actually made a purchase. What she did is what she did. I don't know. I don't know if there's a super discount, or maybe we was a lucky shopper and we got a reward. I don't know." And I wrote all that down. You know what I'm talking about? The real person you need to be talking to is the person that was on Cash Rap #1, not us. You know what I'm talking about? We paid $30 for a free pair of shoes, and that was that. All right, that was that. Let me go. Let me go. Yeah, man, them niggas tripping, boy.
That shit was hilarious. Yo, shout out to the MPs though that got us, man. They did a phenomenal job. Cool, man.
They treated me right. My handcuffs was not. I don't know why you cuffed me. I wasn't going nowhere. But I had a SpongeBob t-shirt on. Okay, like what are we talking about, man? Like I'm such a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, I'm not gonna run off on you. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, Franz, did they offer to put that over your face since you worked there? You asked them to.
Franz wasn't working there.
He was working at the bank.
I worked at the PX at the bank in there.
I was working though. I was actually on shift.
Oh, yeah,
I got released early that day because I was so bored. You know what I'm talking about? I was in there playing football. I told y'all, like, they had me in the toy section, people. It's only so much try me, push me, leapfrog toys that you can do. You know what I'm talking about? So they had like this little cage where they got like all the little sports toys and stuff, volleyballs, basketballs. I'm like, well, I can't be out here dribbling. You know what I'm talking about? So I was just tossing up the football and catching it. Got called to the office. You know what I'm talking? First time I got called to the office, they was like, oh, okay, no problem. I went back down. They called me to the office like 10 minutes later. It was like, yeah, I watched the tape. I didn't know you was throwing the ball and catching it. I said, yeah, I said I was, I had the football. And they was like, well, yeah, you can go ahead and go home today. I said, okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So I took a little funky ass vest off. I felt like Day with the whistle. Oh, funky ass whistle, man. Threw that shit on the floor, holy moly style. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was actually at work. You know what I'm talking about? Name tag and all, bro. Like niggas knew me up in there. I probably served a couple of niggas some whoppers. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, that's book off 67th Tank Destroyer. Yeah, man, it went down over there. I can't tell y'all about that enterprise. I can't tell you about that.
Man, I remember when I got fired, man.
Now that, yeah, you probably, you know what? Yeah, you probably got me for that. But it's all right.
How was you able to still work on post after that?
I didn't. I resigned.
No, but I thought didn't you go to the other joint?
No, I quit after that. Hung it up. And Burger King's so funky. They talking about, yeah, bring back your grease-riddled shirt. Nigga, you can have this. Who gonna want this? There got grease drops all over this shit. Like, and them niggas wanted it. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is tagging. Well, I'm about to be out here. Oh, yeah, I rap BK, fool. Like, what did you talk about? What did you talk about? Nigga, Burger King? For real? Nobody want a funky-ass maroon shirt. That's probably why I like maroon now. I don't know, man. But, yeah.
Hey,
bro.
word spread, though. Word spread because I know, I think that following year, I know Marlon had got a job out there on post. He was making some good money too. And they had did a background check. And boy, it popped up. Boy, said, well, you got jammed up here, right? I said, dang. You know, I couldn't even get it. Boy, I was calculating the checks because I already knew how much money. I think, man, it might have been like $12, $15 an hour back then. It's like 2003. Yeah. You know, I'm like, boy, I'm finna be bringing it in. Marlon said, I got the job. Boy, I got the call. I'm sitting there waiting by my phone. I get the call. They say, what happened at the PX? This guy. I said, all right, I know. Just hung up the phone. Couldn't even get it.
That's crazy. Because
they told me you can't no longer work for any AFES establishment. When I resigned, they said, yeah, you can't work for any. Well, they gave me options. They gave me a choice. They said, hey, we'll do like our own investigation or something like that. I was like, or you can just resign. And if we find you, then we'll fire you, or you could just resign and quit and, no harm, no foul, no charges or anything like that. And I was just like, well, I didn't do nothing, but I don't want to work for y'all because you sound like you're threatening me. You know what I'm saying? So I just went ahead and resigned. You know what I mean? They was like, okay, well, if you quit or whatever the case is, you can no longer work. I said, that's fine. That's fine with me. And then I went to GC Services after that. And I was field tripping up in there too, man. Shout out to all the GC Services girls, man.
What's crazy is they told me I could never go into another AFES or nothing like that. And then I went into the Air Force and I told them about it. And they pulled my record. Ain't nothing was in there.
Nothing in there?
They ain't put nothing in my stuff.
They know it on Fort Hood, though.
They know we talking about thieving, right? We talking about thieving. I'm not supposed to be going into any Walmarts.
Yeah, you definitely supposed to.
This is what they told me. No, for real, dead ass. This is what they told me. This was Coppers Cove Walmart. Okay, so as y'all know, I used to 5-finger discount heavily. Okay.
Yeah, you used to be bad with it.
Yeah, I know, man. And then I got other vices, right? I wish I was just still stealing. So, what it was is I used to steal basketball cards, people. Okay. And this all started because of, and I'm gonna give y'all exclusive. I tend to do this a lot now. I'm sorry, I got these on. My messages. All right. So I tend to give y'all exclusives and a history lesson. All right. So I want to shout out and
damn, don't say her name.
Don't nobody know who that is.
Yeah, we know. Ain't too many of them, man. You ain't got to say their names, man. I'm a blue.
All right, I want to shout out. Well, I already said her name, so
no, I'm bleeping
okay.
it out.
I want to shout out K and S. Okay, K and S. All right, y'all know y'all name.
What's the S?
K and S. The S, I can't tell you who the S is because he's gonna have to block it.
Yeah, don't do that.
So shout out to K and S. They was talking to me and Jarrell. Okay. And this was in 7th or 8th grade. 8th grade. This is when Space Jam came out. Okay. This is how I know because the Shaqs, he had like them white Shaqs that came out, like they was fire. And then Sean Kemp had some crazy sneakers too at the same time. So we both, me and Rel was like, yo, we want, shout out to my proof. That's my burden of proof right there. Oh, your boy Book Elite. Oh, your boy Book Elite. Book Elite. Oh my Lord, have mercy. So anyway, Cody.
You ain't lying. I ain't paying for none of this shit.
Okay. So me and Rel, we wanted some sneakers, right? So the girls was like, okay, get us chocolate bunnies, like candy, and they wanted the Space Jam soundtrack. Okay, I'm like, well, hell, that's a hell of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Well, technically a hell of a steal. You know what I'm talking about? So, and so we went to, well, I went to Walmart. Okay. One of my cousins was down. I was with my brother as well. We rode our bikes. Now, dude, we in Texas, man. It's summertime. Well, it's always summertime fine up in Texas. It feel like that all the time. Right? It's
not the cousin that got us kicked out the strip club, right?
No.
Okay,
no,
I'm about to say.
This was my cousin Yvette. She came. She had came down to visit for a little bit. So we go in there, black man. I'm in a starter jacket. You know what I'm talking about? With reversible basketball shorts. When reversible basketball shorts was the shit. All right. So, so we go in there and we're in the music section. Now, back then they didn't have like the little alert, the sensors and shit like that on the stuff, so you could just do whatever. So just walking around, and I found the Space Jam CD, right? So I stashed it away, right? Stashed it away. I didn't leave right away, so I just kept like walking around because I didn't want to, raise any attention. You know what I'm talking about? Like I just came in and now I'm out. You know what I mean? So I started looking at other stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So, somebody, my cousin or my brother came up to me, and they was like, "Hey, man, they saw you. You might want to get up out of here." I said, "Oh shit." So I immediately dipped. I walked with a fast pace, so fast that you could hear the like from the starter jacket, like my arms moving that fast, brother. I got outside, got on my bike, and actually, I didn't even have a bike. I ran. This one my knee was good. I ran like a motherfucker, dog. I ain't know if I was getting chased or nothing. I heard sirens. I thought the police was for me. I just jumped in the ditch. You know what I'm talking about? This is when they had like the tall hay over there where I can say his name because he's not part of the story, but it's just for you to know like where it's at. Torian. Y'all know where he lived at? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they had like a field of high hay there. Yeah. I jumped in there until talk about everything. I didn't hear the sirens no more. And then instead of taking the shortcut home, I ran up his street, that tall ass hill. Boy, by the time I got there, an hour and a half after them niggas made it back home. Like I was out there, boy, like for real, survival skills. You know what I'm talking about? But I had the CD though. Needless to say, that is what started everything. And on top of that, we didn't get our shit. You know what I'm talking about? But I enjoyed that CD thoroughly. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't get it either. But after that, I started to steal chains. You know, the gold field chains. You know what I mean? All Walmart was my spot, yo. You know what I'm talking about? I looted and booted up in there. And then there was a day where I'm not trying to teach y'all how to steal. All right, so don't do this. I don't know what happened. It started with 2 packs of cards. Okay. I picked up 2 full court press. These were the ones that start with O. Oh God, whatever the name of those cards packs was, but I picked those up and I went back to a different area and I took off my shoes. I put 1 pack in both shoes. All right. And then I put my foot back in. So I'm walking on the cards. Okay. I left. Nothing happened. I said, oh shit. It's lit. I got me one. You know, I tell you, I got me 2. I got me one. So then it got to the point where I started to put them in my socks, right? Packs in my socks. Of course, I had on sweats, so you can't really see. You know what I'm talking about? And in my shoes. Still, the shoes was the
and
place.
we used to wear like 2XL and 3XL pants. I mean, shit used to be baggy as hell back
in the day, dog. And then it got to the point where I was stealing whole boxes of the cards. Like not like packs. I'm talking about the box that it come in.
I don't know how you got that shit out the store.
In my waistband and the jacket over it and get the fuck out of there. And get up out of there. And I got away clean so many times, but I don't stole what I thought was silk draws from Walmart. You know what I'm talking about? Those was cool though, man. There was Looney Tunes Space Jams as well. I said, oh, these is fire, Daffy Duck. I'm gonna get these. So I got those. I had 2 pairs. I had a Bugs Bunny and a Daffy Duck. All right. And I was still prolific with the stealing of my cars. I was so prolific, I incorporated help. Okay.
Yeah. Don't say his name.
I had him on game. I had retired. I said, you know what? I'm stepping away. I'm over here stealing Rolos and shit at 7-Elevens now. Like, what am I doing? You know what I'm talking about? What am I doing? I'm stealing candy, cards, draws, jewelry, CDs. I need to stop. This ain't the life for me, right? So I had literally retired. Next thing I know, somebody asked me to make a move. And I said, man, I don't want to. I don't know. It's one of my boys. I don't know which one of these niggas it was. But they was like, hey, man, D, you going back to Walmart? I was like, no. You know what I'm talking about? And they was like, man, we're trying to get something. Man, can you give me one? Can you give me a pack of cards? I'm like, this is my heart, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do whatever I can for my niggas. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, man. All right. So crazy thing is I had money on me, right? But I just didn't feel like paying for it. I went in there, did my normal, right? My normal routine. And I'm walking out. The guy said, hey, lift your shirt up for me. I said, you got me. Hey, brought me back inside. My mom was driving. My mom was outside waiting, and she was like, what the hell's going on? I said, the guy was like, yeah, your son was caught stealing. Yeah, you can come in and you can be part of this. She was like, no, I'm gonna go get his dad. I'm like, God damn it. So, Mr. Booker wasn't no game back then, boy. So, we in there, they talking, whatever. And they was asking me, have you done this before? Again, why would I say yes? No, I've never done this before. I was like, yeah, I've never done this before. Clearly, and I just, it was more of a bet, a dare that I had with my friends to see if it can be accomplished. That's all it was. I apologize, it won't happen again, stuff like that, right? So they was like, okay, that's fine and dandy. You didn't damage the product or anything like that, but you are banned from Walmart going forward. You cannot enter here. I didn't go in there for like 5 months. You know what I mean? Like we didn't even drive by that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Like I really took it seriously. Like I can't go on a Walmart. Like, yo, the first time that I stepped into Walmart though, I was nervous as hell, bro. I thought my banner and my poster was gonna be there. I walk in, the whole siren was gonna go off. No, he can't be here type shit. I got in and I was like, oh, these niggas ain't got no authority. So taking demands, bitch. You ain't pressed charges. So yeah, man, but that was my life of crime, man. And then you know, it was one of them things, man. You know, when you young, you don't know no better. You know what I'm talking about? You enjoy the thrill and the adrenaline rush. I got some good ass cards off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I completely understand, bro. I got a
I even stole from my
I got a similar background, man. I know in high school I was selling candy, especially my senior year. I had a connect that at first they worked at a location to where they could get candy.
Okay.
And so they would get the candy. And so boom, I sell the candy at school, get them a little small cut. And I even had workers for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I get them something, they give me a little piece off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I turned it into a whole business. But doing that,
okay.
But doing that,
all right, brother.
With doing that, I ended up linking up with somebody that worked at a larger establishment that had candy, pizza. They were privy to all of that, like frozen pieces, candy, all of that. And so, you know, that person would supply me, and I would have it. I would give him a percentage of it, right? And so in my room, at any given time, on the other side of my bed, I have like a huge, you know, those moving boxes, like a huge extra large box full of just boxes of candy, and I would put the pieces in the freezer. And so I would sell the pizzas for like $5. You know what I'm saying? They might be worth. I give them like 50%. I sell those at school. You know what I'm saying? And then the candy, I was, you know, maybe like 50 cents or something like that. We weren't supposed to be selling candy in school either. So whenever I sold them in class, I would get the teachers the candy for free, and then they let me post up like at the end of the period and sell it to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I paid them off, and man, I was making my money right then and there. And so I was pulling in a couple $100 each week, man. And that was just me. That wasn't even.
I remember you had a trunk full of shit.
Yeah. Like
Cody,
like the new snacks, like the new ones when the wild berry Skittles and stuff came out.
That nigga had that trunk full of that shit. I remember I just took. I was like, man, let me get some of this shit, man. I ain't pay.
Did you have a connect that was providing to the small and large commas or something? Because you talking about I had candy and pizzas, and you know that's what they did. They sold candy and pizzas. Was that your? I ain't gonna ask you to drop it down, but it sounded like a box just matched.
I don't know, man. Y'all graduated. Y'all graduated 2 years before me, man. So now that was probably somebody else. That was probably somebody else.
Right.
But no, what was too funny about that particular situation is my sister. She knew what I was doing, but you know I wasn't trying to let her know. Man, she went in there when I went to school because I used to have to leave to go to school because you know you got basketball practice, so you got to do cross country and then you got basketball practice. You know what I'm saying afterwards or whatever. So I leave super early. Man, my sister went in there, took one of them big old cartons, like just some type of candy, put it in her backpack, and she went to school. And she had a backpack like sitting on an aisle or something. And she was doing her work, and the teacher accidentally kicked over her backpack. All that candy flew out, and so they called my mom, and she got sent home. All that.
But having candy,
home, I was like, what's going on? And my mom was like, your sister got caught with a big old thing of candy, and now everybody at the school thinking she done stole candy from the convenience store up the road. I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? and my sister was like, they kept asking her where she got it from, and she just wouldn't tell them. She wouldn't tell them because she knew I told her not to do it. I said, nah, you can't. You don't need to be doing this. Man, she wouldn't tell her. She was like, I don't know where I got it from. So all I told her, I said, I she almost I said, I respect you. But man, she almost got kicked out of school for that. But
man,
then
you could have told them it was yours, man. It's candy, man.
I wasn't finna let mama. I told mama that was just my candy. I ain't tell her I was hustling the candy because mama ain't never came in my room. She didn't know I had that much candy. Like I would have thousands of pieces of candy just in there. You know what I'm saying? Like boxed up and everything. Like,
your parents never came in your room, period, man. I remember one time, you remember that time we got that weed and we were selling that weed?
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, now you don't know what we're talking about. That nigga whole room smelled like weed.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I do not know what you're talking about, man.
Let me let it go. I ain't gonna say
reckless,
that.
you reckless over there, but that ain't never happened to me. I tell you what though, I knew all right, somebody that's related to us on this podcast. They talked me into going to Best Buy. And they was like, yeah, I can get games, DVDs, all this. So they wore some heavy sweatpants, book style. You know what I'm talking about? And so, he just told me, he was like, just look out and everything. So I'm looking out. I ain't thinking about cameras and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking. I don't see no people. And I'm like, all right, we good. And he grabbing them, opening it up, and just dropping it and let it fall because you got the drawstring at the end. Mm-hmm. So boom, it's trapped right there. So he just letting them fall. He's like, man, we do this all the time. I was like, all right. Then we getting ready to leave. You come with me. I said, shit. And look, I was about to graduate, bro. I had already been accepted to Fort Valley. I was going to be leaving 2 weeks after graduation, bro. I was going to be out of Texas, bro. I just gone, just school. Man, they pulled me in there. They started telling us all this and all that, what they could do with us. I just kept on saying, I don't know nothing, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, you check me. I ain't got nothing on me. I don't know why I'm in here. I don't know what's going on. And then somebody that's related to us on this podcast, they were talking greasy. They was talking greasy to the security guy. I ain't saying nothing the whole time, just shaking my head. I said, man, if this dude just don't cooperate, he was just talking greasy. And they found the games and everything. They pulled up the fence. They just started falling out. I'm talking about mad and all of that just falling out. And I'm just sitting there, bro. I'm just shaking my head, bro. Hey, but boy, I was so blessed to get out of this situation, man. They told us, they said, hey, y'all can never come back in this Best Buy. This is the Best Buy in Killeen. Y'all can never come back to this Best Buy again. Just go. Man, we left out of there, but I don't think I said nothing to the relative that's related to us on the podcast. One of us on the podcast. I don't think I said nothing to him the whole ride home, man. I might have said one thing. Say, nigga, I thought you said you did this shit before. Oh man, I was like, you almost lost me my partial scholarship. I was in jail instead of college. Man, I was hot. I was hot.
Oh man.
Hey, needless to say, well, yeah, we need to say it. A life of crime ain't for nobody, man. Y'all youngsters listening, it ain't for you, boy.
Hey, but sometimes I hate to say it, sometimes you gotta go through that stuff, man. You gotta go through that
true.
stuff.
But understand how crazy that could have went though.
Yeah, it could have.
You know what I'm saying?
We could have got was like Robin Hood of Cole, man. Boy. I ain't never seen nobody. Him and his underling. Both.
Oh yeah.
Like it was so bad with the other dude under you. I ain't gonna say nothing about. I ain't gonna say his name, but he would literally be like, "Yo, I just got these," and we would take all of them from him. Like he did all the work. We would take them from him and just be like, "Yo, we'll go through and see what we wanted, and then give it back to him." Like, yeah.
So it was a thrill. It was the thrill for him.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what it was for him.
No, he wanted. I don't know what it was for him. He wanted to be liked, man. He wanted to be in the crew. That's all it was.
Nigga wanted my approval so
he did.
Bad.
He didn't care about them cards. He just wanted to be happy that he did the same thing.
I could do it. I'm no longer the apprentice. I could be the teacher. I'm not the student. Yeah, all right.
Go ahead and get it.
And then Daniel's son tried to fight Mr. Miyagi. It didn't work in his favor. You'll talk about now. The reason why that transpired is because yes, I did hit a lick off of you, bro, and he know that, and he ain't get it back either. You know what I'm talking about? I went right in that backpack. This how smooth I am. The nigga sit right by me. I went in his backpack right by me. Nigga didn't see me do it. He didn't realize it until he left the class. And then he approached me and was like, "Hey man, I know you got my stuff. I know you got my book." I was like, "Bro, I don't know what you're talking about."
That's crazy.
I know you got it. I know you got it. We in the hallway. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you talking about. And I was like, you need to get from around me right now. So I turned my back. He was like, nah, man. So he grabbed my backpack. After that, it was lit. Bro, don't touch my property. Don't touch my property.
What's your property though? You got his property.
No, it's Walmart's. It's Walmart. Even the book cover that it was in, it all belonged to Walmart. You know what I'm talking about? So, and the great thing about it is you can't say where you got that from. Like when the teachers finally stopped me from whooping that ass, you couldn't say that. Well, what's the problem? You can't say nothing. You know what I mean?
That's because that's like
my cards.
That's like
these cards.
That's like a dope dealer. You can't snitch. You can't tell her, hey man, they done stole 10 bricks from a crib, man. Why you got the bricks?
I can't tell you about my illegal activity, and he stole my illegal activity from me. Like, you can't do that.
I
You know what
didn't
I'm saying?
know you
That
did
open up a
that
whole
shit.
different type of shit.
I ain't
You know
know
what I mean?
Book got him like that. That was messed up, man.
Boy, smooth.
Cause I
Hit a lick, boy. Hit a lick.
I appreciate,
Smooth
man. If
that
you ever
nigga
see
out,
this,
boy.
man, I appreciated you going out there, cause man, you was both of y'all was cool with it. Like we like the favorite player, like Kobe. If they got Kobe's, they would instantly just give him, hey, that's your boy.
Yeah,
Here you
y'all
go.
who your favorite player
Yeah,
was.
they was giving
so
them,
like
you know what I'm
Jarrell.
saying? And then we'll go over the residuals. You know what I'm saying? They was
Yeah.
like Robin Hood to a Kobe, like I said.
Yeah, whoever your favorite player was, Gary Payton, Allen Iverson. Shit, I need my Penny Hardaway back. Full court press. That's what it was. I don't know who got my clear. It ain't you, Franz. I know who got it. I want that bitch if you got it, because I know that shit worth. That bitch was different, and I don't know why I gave it to you, because I'm an Orlando Magic fan, but you were too at the time, and you know who I'm talking about. I don't know what you did with it. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if you maintained it. If you didn't maintain it, we're gonna have a different type of.
Sound like you're talking about a coach.
And it was a Grant Hill one. Boy, I supplied the block
Greg
for real.
right there. That's
Greg
I supplied the block. I supplied everybody. But yeah, man. And it was crazy thing is they put us both in the same in-school suspension class, like that weekend. Like, bro, who do that? Who do that? So when we walked home, I walked straight and he went that way, but we was like, we had a mutual understanding.
You ain't get that man his stuff back?
No. It was a mutual understanding, like, nigga, you can never beat me and you can never beat me. But I'm glad that you played the game. You go do your thing, but I'm retired now. And he had to get his shit back. He ain't get it from me.
He put in that work. I ain't gonna lie. He
had to go back to Walmart and build up his shit again, bro. That nigga had a nice little catalog on that one.
Big boxes back.
Yeah, this one I ain't seen this AI before. I ain't seen this Ray Allen.
Yeah. If this is the drug game, he lost 32 bricks like Jay-Z and came back even harder though. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga was something serious. I ain't gonna lie, I respect him.
Yeah, he good though, man. I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad I taught you right for the time that I taught you right. You know what I'm talking about? And I gave him a lesson, Cody. Can't trust the closest one. You can't trust the niggas that's closest to you. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, this is a grimy business. It's shady business, bro. You gotta move accordingly, nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
No honor amongst thieves. You know what I'm saying?
You don't keep the bricks and the cash in the same house. You gotta spread that shit out.
Oh man.
Hey man, I really wish I could tell y'all some stories from Georgia, boy, because y'all would be laid flat on it, bro. Because it's some crazy joints, man. But I can't divulge alleged information, not on wax, but I got some stuff to tell y'all about it, boy.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Allegedly, we had.
But I did my time. I did my time.
We know we don't allege nothing.
Allegedly, we had a little weed.
Who is we? This part of we.
Some dude came to us. We was a little short. We was about half ounce short. And allegedly, we went and got some grass out the front yard and mixed it in there with that real weed.
I don't know nothing about what this dude talking about.
I'm just here for the stories, y'all.
Yo,
I don't know nothing about what he's talking about.
I don't know nothing about it either.
Oh man,
you ever mess with somebody that really don't know what they're doing, but they trying to tell their partner, like they trying to convince their partner they know everything? Like that story was real. But the dude came to the house and was like, look at this. You see that? Yeah, that's that realness right there. That's that real. And it was just grass. It was literally just burnt out grass that he was looking at.
Boy, that's a fun. Hey, you got to tell me that movie, boy. I need to go. It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Let me know what it is, off camera.
The movie called, I think, Cody's House. I think that was called. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Well, I got to check it out. Boy, how they spell it? They spell it with a K? They spell it with Kodie?
Nah, they just like you spell yours with a C. I think that's how they spell them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, man, it's fire, man.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious, boy. That shit was hilarious. Man.
Yeah, man. Hey,
man, we had so many good times, man. We had so many stories, man. Yeah. This stuff that just happened. That went a wild turn. You know what I'm saying?
It did. I don't even know how we got there.
I don't even know how we got over to this. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, We had a good
we
time.
shared it.
Hey,
We shared it.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
because
know what
Cody
I'm
brought
tired
up.
of.
Yeah. I know how we got there.
Oh, what I bring up?
Us with the PX
Oh yeah,
situation,
Oh,
and then it just led into that, and then I was like, and then it led into me sharing a story. You know what I mean? Mind y'all, people, I was very young at this time. I told y'all I was in 8th grade, so it's not my high school. I'm of age. It's just I was doing that then. You know what I mean? So I've always I didn't steal no more. I haven't stolen no more. You know what I'm talking about? If anything, I funded.
That's good. That's good.
Not illegal activity. I've just paid for stupid shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, and I hope Franz learned from messing with whatever dude that he was messing with when they was doing that crazy illegal stuff and coding it as making it seem like his name was similar and stuff like that. I hope you learned from that. I think you did though. You turned out to be a good brother, man. So you learned from it. That's good though.
Solid individual, man. Shout out to y'all.
Right
one
on.
Day
everybody.
I'm
Everybody
gonna
on the
tell
block.
y'all about our brief weed selling days. I'm gonna tell y'all about that.
Who was ours?
Mine.
Not
I'm
It
gonna tell you
ain't me.
about mine. Man. We gave away most of it.
I don't know what he's talking about, man. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yo, but ask your brother, man. Your brother got some of it.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to your brother, man. Shout out to your brother. Hey, I had his back.
Ask your brother, man.
We had his back. We was at RDG, and he had that little incident, and we asked who did it. We went over there looking for him. We went looking for him.
Oh God. Oh God. All right.
Shout out to him, man.
Yo, shout out, man. Yo, man, we had some stories back then. We was young and stupid, man. Everybody go through them days, man. It is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, man, we thank y'all for sticking with us.
I'm trying to think what to call this. I don't even know what to call this episode, man.
Oh man,
call it snitch. Sorry, nigga, trying to come home.
Dude. Stories from the cell or something like that. Locked up. I'm gonna call it locked up or something. I'm gonna call it something.
Oh man,
because started off with us being locked up. Man, if y'all would have seen Cody walking next to us, man, I was so mad. He was just walking like ain't nothing was wrong. He just taking a ride with the police.
Did his dirty, like he on a field trip. You know what I mean? What they
that's
call
how he acted.
They signed a little permission slip so he could be the tag along, the ride along. That's how I look.
Man.
Yeah, man. I
can't help it. I was underage. I can't help it. I was underage.
I ain't like that, man.
You should have rolled that through. You could have been handcuffed with us at least till you got to the station, man.
Yeah.
You could have got handcuffed with us at least till you got to the station.
Nah, they couldn't. I was underage. I was 16, bro. Y'all shouldn't have me out there, man. I was supposed to be home. That was curfew time. Y'all had me out there thugging in the street.
Man, it was like 12 o'clock. It was like 1.
But it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday, though.
It was right after church.
Man, you called me, told me to come. You know, I always roll shotgun.
I think I experienced PTSD from that experience, you know, because when we went to wherever they took us, right, to the holding cells, you know, they pat you down. Every time I fly and I get selected randomly, I have flashbacks. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't like niggas just touching my body. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you don't know me like this, man. You don't know me like that. You don't know what I've been through. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like that, man. I rehash shit. I
still remember that sound. Every time I hear that sound of them bars closing, I still remember it bring me back to that day.
Hey,
Bruh took me in there. He slammed that door. He's like, bam. He's like, nah, we not that bad. He opened it up again and closed it silently for me. I was like, appreciate it. Yo, the MPs was funny as hell, man. Them dudes had me wrong, man.
Oh my God!
MPs the whole time was funny as hell, bro.
One day I'm gonna tell y'all about a story. Whenever I was in Atlanta, and I had an issue and got them closed on me like that too. But it wasn't for play.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a real deal.
Hey man, the more of the story is you see all of us then got into some predicaments that we shouldn't have been in because our own doing. And you see us today, we thriving and handling our business. You know what I'm saying? Where you start is God where you got to finish.
God is able. God is good.
All the time. All the time. I don't see no lies there, brother. I don't see no lies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not you believe we lied in this segment, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no paperwork. Ain't nothing documented. I'm clean.
It might be some paperwork.
For the most part, there is no trail.
I got some because I had to get a waiver a couple of times for a couple of different things through the airport. Right. It's documented. It's just saying that they don't see the paperwork, but it shows that a waiver was submitted for that.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of got to go. You got to go. Is when you get your license to carry, you got to get everything written off and approved on, because you can't really have nothing on your record, no blemish. And so, yeah, you got to go through that.
Exactly.
All right.
It is what it is. Come on, Book, take us out of here, man.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all standing tall, staying with us. You know, remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. You know, I'm talking about. We want all that smoke. Happy Mother's Day again to all the moms and the moms to be out there. Make sure you follow us on IG at the MVP_podcast. All right. We listen, we read, we appreciate feedback. All right. Make sure you email us at mansviewpodcast@yahoo.com. And when we get into games and, you know, we do the chitty bang bang thing, my scroll along is messed up, but I believe it is the MV podcast gaming. My man. I thought it because I know it, but I ain't want to be wrong. You know what I'm talking about? But you can find us on all those platforms of entertainment, man. And, you know, we here every week, you know, dropping it all for y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you.
Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Sure.
I got to come up with a title for this. Mike just called Locked Up, Journey Down Memory Lane. Something like that. We're going to find something out. Man, appreciate y'all for staying tuned with us.
Oh, let me say one thing.
What's up?
Arlana Miller, she committed suicide late yesterday. I want to say a quick prayer for her and her family and friends. She went to Southern University. I believe she was a cheerleader. She was originally from Texas. She was a freshman. I just say a quick prayer. I know we ain't done this before, but Lord, I pray that you be with her and her family and friends and help them deal with this situation the best they can, Lord. I pray that you allow for people to be sensitive around them and allow for them to be able to collectively come together and bring them together stronger, Lord, and allow for them to be able to deal with this unfortunate situation. In Jesus' name, I pray, amen. I just wanted to say that, man, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And yeah, man, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know when I got word of it earlier today, it's been on some of the news cycles, definitely the HBCU news cycles. But man, you never know what people are going through. It goes back to a couple of weeks ago when we had that mental health talk amongst us. Let's keep our strong friends, you know, in our prayers and talk to them, man. And you know, one key thing is, you know, if you ask somebody how they're doing and they say fine and they're quick to try to see how you doing, probe back again, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they might just be doing that out of, you know, just being courteous. Because I know, I think Miss America that committed suicide in January, she did a Red Table Talk recently, and I saw that yesterday as well. And man, it's crazy because her mom and her stepdad did that Red Table Talk. And it's just crazy how you never know what people are going through, and then bam, when it happens, it's too late. So don't take anybody for granted, man. I ain't mean to slow everything down, but we were shutting down, and I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Thoughts and prayers to the families that have to deal with suicide, man. It's difficult, and you never get over it.
What's her name again?
Arlana, Arlana Miller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. Not shout out, but condolences for that whole situation. And until next time, it's been the MVP, man. Peace out.
Pray for me. Pray for Book. Do everything